Razer's been on a tear, releasing products left and right, like their new Razer Viper Ultimate to compete with Logitech's G Pro Wireless, and updating existing versions of mice they already have, like the Death Adder V2 and the Basculus V2. And at this incredibly low $40 price point, the Viper Mini is definitely competing with other ambi lightweight mice, such as the Model O-. With that being said, let's get a good look at what Razer did this time around. First, let's open it up and look at the packaging. Right off the bat, I have to say that I really like how Razer packages their mice. On the right side of the box, you can see the company name against their signature color green. And on the back of the box, they highlight some of the key features of this mouse, including the ultra lightweight design, the Razer optical mouse switch, and their SpeedFlex cable. And on the other side of the box, they compare the dimensions of the Razer Viper Mini to the original Viper. Straight out of the box, you're going to get the mouse and the user's manual. This is a lighter, smaller version of one of their most popular gaming mice, the Razer Viper. This mouse is going to be ideal for those who liked the Razer Viper but just wanted it in a smaller and lighter form factor. First, let's compare it to the original Viper. Looking at the length of the Razer Viper Mini, you're going to get 118.3 millimeters. When looking at the normal Razer Viper, the length is 126.8 millimeters. This is going to be a noticeable difference. Going to grip width, on the Razer Viper Mini, you're going to get 53.5 millimeters. On just the normal Viper, you're going to get 57.6 millimeters. And lastly, looking at height, surprisingly the Razer Viper Mini is going to be taller than the normal Razer Viper, with the Mini coming in at 58.3 millimeters and the normal Viper coming in at just 57.6 millimeters. So one difference between the Viper Mini and the OG Viper is they removed the side buttons from the right side of the mouse. While I prefer having no buttons on the right side of the mouse in fear that I'll accidentally click on them in some intense gameplay, it does remove some of the functionality and take away from this mouse being a true ambi. Razer also added an underglow to the back side of the mouse that isn't too noticeable, but I think it's a nice touch. I don't know, something about just having the mouse glow in the palm of your hand is pretty cool. They put the DPI switch under the scroll wheel, which is something I usually don't like, but I haven't accidentally hit it during gameplay. Another thing to keep in mind is there's no DPI light indicator on the mouse, so if you want to check to see which DPI you're on, you're going to need to use their Razer Synapse software, which was really easy to use and set up. Same thing goes for adjusting the lighting and remapping buttons. So how does it feel? It feels like a premium product. Really smooth material all around the body of the mouse. Neither of the side buttons are textured, but I guess that's all up to preference. Barely any pre-travel on the front side button and a little more pre-travel on the back button. Not that it bothered me, just something that I noticed. The scroll wheel is textured with really small steps. The advantage you get with this is that scrolling is almost silent, so +1 for stealth. The SpeedFlex cable is a very tight-knit cable that feels incredibly sturdy. While I was testing the cable, it didn't kink up or get in the way of me playing. Here you can see the size difference when comparing it to Glorious's Ascended cord. Without a mouse bungee, you're going to get some cable drag, but that's with any wired mouse. Here's to hoping for a wireless Mini coming soon. Moving on, this mouse uses Razer's 5G optical sensor, didn't have any problems with spin out, and performance was top notch. The Viper Mini has Razer's optical mouse switches, which give off some seriously satisfying clicks. Next, the Mini has two large PTFE feet on the bottom that really help it to glide. Combined with its 61 gram weight, tracking movements is a whole lot easier. No complaints, nice job there. Wrapping it up, for $40, I think this is an absolute steal. Satisfying clicks, a quality sensor, smooth glide, nice RGB, quality software, and all while not breaking the bank. If you've been thinking about trying a lighter or smaller mouse for cheap, I think Razer's making the barrier to entry a little bit too easy for you guys. If you made it this far in the video, a like and a sub would really help out the channel. Drop in the comments what you want to see next, and I'll see you in the next one.